2.5-year-old Vihan has been crushed to death. 35-year-old Tejaswini's life has been snuffed out in the blink of an eye. Lohith will forever live with the trauma of digging out the bodies of his wife and son from the mangled mess of iron. This is a family that has been crushed by civic apathy and betrayed by those in power in Bengaluru. Today, the BMRC's under-construction metro structure came crumbling down on this family of four travelling on a scooty while Lohith and their daughter survived with injuries. But his wife and son were not so lucky. As the iron and concrete structure collapsed, Tejaswini and Vihan were crushed to death. They are not victims of a mere collapse, but victims of the system's apathy and graft. With an eye on our votes, Netas launch high-decibel protests over Tipu and hold protracted wars over conversions. But today we ask them, do our votes matter more than our lives? First, let's relive the horror narrated by eyewitnesses and the grief of the family in mourning.
मुझे 5 मिनट पर एक टू व्हीलर पे एक फैमिली आ रहा था, वाइफ हस्बैंड और एक बच्चे के साथ आ रहे थे। एक हफ्ते से ये पिलर गिरने का सूचना दे रहा था। हमने बताए थे, डिपेंड अपन कुछ जो भी ऑफिसर से उनको पूरा बताए थे। वो नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से, उनके प्योरली नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से आज एक माँ और एक बच्चे की मौत हुई है। इसका मौत का जिम्मेदार कोई बोला तो इधर का कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हो, उसको जो कम से कम थोड़ा तो एजुकेशन का नॉलेज होना चाहिए। 10 से 15 मीटर हाइट का पिलर बनाते हैं तो उसको सपोर्टिंग देना बोल के एक कॉमन आदमी को भी मालूम होता है, लेकिन बिना सपोर्ट के ऐसे इंजीनियर्स आगे पता नहीं वो कैसे दिमाग कौन सी कॉलेज से डिग्री लेके आए।
I got call from my brother-in-law itself that it's become an accident. Just they said accident, but after coming that Altrius multi-specialist, that time I got to know that it's dead. I request government to take action on this, because it's not a silly thing to happen like this, because so many members used to go there. The same area is where it will be very rush every time. Whoever doing this metro construction project, they have a responsibility to do this everything correct, because it's very much risky to roam there.
But who must answer for the 2 lives cut short? Today, Times now puts some straight questions to those who must answer. But today, they all have only condolences and compensation to offer, not accountability. In fact, appallingly, when cornered, the MD of BMRC shrugs and asks, will the victims come alive if I resign? Listen in for yourself to this shocking reaction.
If I submit a report done internally, there will be always a question raised on that report itself. That's why we want to bring the outside element, so that report whatever comes, that should not be questioned. If I submit a report tomorrow, people will say that their own internal people have submitted the report, they have manipulated the report. That's why we are taking outside agent.
Will you take moral responsibility, sir?
If you feel that my resignation is going to bring back that life, definitely I will.
No, the people are questioning.
ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಅದು ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿತ್ತು ಏನು ಬಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಆ ಕಾರಣನೂ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನನಗಿನ್ನೂ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
And does India deserve this? Look at the civic apathy that Bengaluru faces every day. People are being crushed to death, killed by potholes and poisoned by toxic froth. Government lands are being encroached upon and stormwater drains have been blocked by illegal structures. Is this why successive governments were sworn into office? Is this how they repay our vote and faith? With betrayal and apathy. Instead of fighting for you and ensuring your safety, the Netas are busy sparring over a book depicting Congress's Siddaramaiah as Tipu Sultan. From court injunctions to street protests, the outrage was swift. But why are there no protests today demanding justice for Tejaswini and Vihan? In fact, your safety isn't even a priority for them. Listen to the BJP Karnataka chief dismissively saying, forget about roads, focus on love jihad. Hard to believe? Listen in for yourself.
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ರಸ್ತೆ ಮೋರಿ ಚರಂಡಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸ ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಳಿನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ನಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ನಳಿನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ನಕ್ಕು ನಿಮಗೇನು ಬಂಗಾರ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬದುಕಿನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಲವ್ ಜಿಹಾದಿ ಅಂತ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಲವ್ ಜಿಹಾದಿ
And today the opposition has lashed out at what they call the 40% commission Sarkar for the loss of lives. Listen in.
Sir, two people, sir, have died after a metro pillar collapse. The party president recently said, don't talk about developmental issues, talk about only love jihad and all of this.
This is the quality of 40% commission sarkar. When they give 40% commission, what quality they can give? There is no quality. This is a 40% commission. This is the root cause. This is the face of the commission.
Thank you, sir.
The BJP government, especially the Chief Minister, is directly responsible for this because the Bangalore development portfolio is under the Chief Minister. And it's not just negligence, it's not just a random pothole or something fallen down a wall, but people have died. It clearly shows how corrupt, inefficient and careless this Karnataka BJP state government is. And it's extremely disturbing. And I think we all the Chief Minister just should resign.
Let's take this across to our guests who are joining us live. With us is C.B. Patil of the BJP Karnataka. With us also Srinivas Alavali, citizen activist, and Abdul Razak Khan is a political analyst. Let me start first and foremost with the BJP. Mr. C.B. Patil, today what is absolutely shocking is that the incident today, while there have been all sorts of political allegations, I'm not even getting into the 40% commission allegation that we saw D.K. Shivkumar reiterate over here. But how is it that a responsible leader of a political party can actually come out and say, don't talk about roads, talk about love jihad? Isn't this the direct outcome of that extremely horrific statement, sir? Because in context, there may be elections and, parties are welcome to raise whichever emotive issues they want. But that appears to be the misplaced priority in Karnataka here today, where people are dying, whether it's toxic froth, whether it is potholes, and now this incident?
At the very outset, I offer my deepest condolences on this very unfortunate accident. When no government actually gets into development or builds infrastructure to kill people. In fact, we do not want to politicize the entire issue. The government will take, in fact, it has already taken action, and BMRCL has come out and said that,
well, leave alone politicizing, sir, take accountability. Where is the accountability? People will die, no action will be taken.
Let me complete. The actions which are taken today, one is, IASC would be asked to investigate into the safety issues there, and also a safety audit.
That's too late.
Should be given to love jihad.
Mr. Patil, and this investigation is coming too late. It's after lives have been snuffed out. Is it just okay for two people to die?
Should be love jihad.
And what do you mean by governments don't build projects for people to die? Clearly, people were not doing their job.
Let me finish my opening remarks, and I'll be very open in terms of discussing the issue rather than getting into a blah blah show here. The party condemns this and also offers its condolences to the family. The government will not.
Whom does the party condemn, sir? Whom does the party condemn? You said the party condemns this. Whom does the party
condemns the negligent
Chief Minister?
The negligent contractors and the officers involved in this negligent act. Government will also seek a safety audit of the entire metro construction on a regular basis, and also this safety issues are to be looked into by IASC, Indian Institute of Science.
Let me come in now, Mr. Patil and Abdul Razak Khan. Our viewers are watching. And they are looking very closely at the kind of accountability, the kind of responsibility that the state government takes today, because this is very important. And people of Bengaluru for the past 2 decades are fed up of the rotten infrastructure that they have to be subjected to day after day by not just this government, but past governments as well. And JDS is no exception, by the way, Abdul Razak Khan. It's not that your party has contributed anything towards it. I will, of course, seek accountability, but accountability of all netas, including Congress, JDS and BJP. all of whom have been so lackadaisical in their approach towards citizens, who just, it does not matter if citizen after citizen dies, but everything remains the same, unfortunately, on ground. Let's go across to our viewers now, because we want our viewers to call in and express ourselves. What do you think about the situation on ground and what deserves to be done? What action should be taken? Anjana is our first viewer joining us from Coimbatore. Yes, Anjana.
Yes, my name is Ranjana. And
sorry about that, Ranjana. Please go ahead.
I'll say just one thing. Bangalore is dead. As a resident of Bangalore, what you'll get is, morning while going to office, you'll be struggling in the traffic. Evening while coming back home, you'll be struggling in the traffic. One rain, you need boat to reach home. Bangalore is simply dead. There is nothing. It's not about any government, anything. It's about the people who are taking care of the rest of the thing. It's about I really don't know what is the municipality is doing. But Bangalore is dead for residents. Nothing you are getting there, nothing at all.
All right. That is, of course, an anguished cry of a person who perhaps has faced this on regular basis, saying that this is what people ultimately face on ground in Bengaluru. Let me bring in fact, Srinivas Alavali, who's a citizen activist. This frustration of citizens is understandable, because at the end of the day, all Netas offer is lip service. Leave alone a 5-year tenure for a chief minister, which is a rarity now in Karnataka. The fact is that there is no consistency. There is no political will to resolve these problems. And, it's just a chalta hai attitude. Corruption or no corruption, the point is that there is no governance at the end of the day in the state of Karnataka, it appears, and the city of Bengaluru, to be more specific, Srinivas.
Yes, everywhere. And then, the incidents like this make all of us agitated and get on the shows, and media also has a lot of things to say, and then after a few days, we are back to business. So this is something that's a cycle that we can almost predict at this time. So as a society, we must introspect why this happens. It's not when we keep talking about accountability and who's to blame, when we point fingers at somebody, we should also recognize that some fingers point at us. After all, we are the people that elect these people. We are the people that give political power, and then they don't take their job seriously. They're more interested in capturing political power than actually governing. Just so you and the viewers know, and I know that is an anguished caller that just called, but the road accidents and fatalities are a story of India. India is the worst in the entire world. In the year 2021, as we know, is a COVID year. It's not a year that was a regular year. Even in a part COVID year 2021, India has seen 384,000 road accidents, out of which 153,000 people died. 153,000 people died in 2021. That's nearly 400 people dead a single day. And yet it is not a national crisis. Yet I don't see anybody bringing the topic in the Lok Sabha or the state Vidhan Sabha and having debates on what needs to be done, what laws need to be brought in.
Well, the government just trudges along, whether it is at the level of the states, whether it's at the centre. Certainly a lot that is desired in terms of the approach. Yes, there have been road safety amendments that have been brought in, but a lot more needs to be done. Stay with us, gentlemen. We have, in fact, several of our viewers now who are joining us to express themselves on the story. Sudhir is our next viewer joining us from Ahmedabad. Yes, Sudhir. I think we've lost that line there with Sudhir. We'll go across to our next viewer. Radhika is our next viewer joining us from Bengaluru. Yes, Radhika.
Yes, the person says, will the child come back if I resign? That shows complete lack of sensitivity. It is not that the child would come back, some moral responsibility. I don't know when it will go through their thick skins that certain things called as moral responsibility is there.
Well, absolutely. And in fact, that's where things really become so shocking. Mr. Patil, what about moral responsibility, sir? The MD of BMRCL says, will the dead come alive if I resign? What a shockingly insensitive comment for a person to make. A person who should be held accountable.
The Chief Minister has already made a statement in this regard, saying that, whoever is responsible and accountable, all that will be done. It's not that the government will be a mute spectator. It will definitely act on the lapses.
And are you satisfied with that response? And what action would you like to see happening on ground?
Madhav, can I come in, please?
Yes, floor is yours. Please respond.
Madhav, let me tell you one thing. From the day this government, after corrupt, the taking 18 MLAs from Congress, this corrupt government came into place. All that this government has done is just Savarkar, Love Jihad, Halal ban, Surya Namaskar, Bhagavad Gita in schools, Kesari color in schools, religious conversions. Except this, there is absolutely nothing that the government has done on development. Recently, Madhav, we have stopped tarring the roads anymore. We are concretizing the roads of Bengaluru. Recently, the BBMP commissioner comes out and said there is a new technology which is given at 40% plus rate. Instead of 6 crores per kilometer, they have given a contract for 7.5 crores per kilometer. These roads that were laid 40 days ago have developed cracks now. The promise of BJP to sustain the roads for 40 years could not sustain for 40 days. I am saying not only this, you come to Bengaluru and see the kind of condition we are living in. This is not what the BJP was expected. Today, the Chief Minister holds the Bengaluru portfolio. He is the person in charge. He is the person responsible. When Praveen Nettaru is killed, when Harsha is killed, each and every BJP leader goes there in queue system. Today, which BJP leader visited the survivors? Which BJP leader went there? Which BJP leader announced compensation? What happens to these people? They want to do only dirty politics on communal grounds and try to
the
win
unfortunate
election.
part is, why should we even be talking about compensation if there are responsible governments? Such accidents should easily be avoided. Let's quickly get in a word from Mani, our next viewer joining us from Bengaluru as well. Yes, Mani.
Yeah, good evening. See, I have got one point to say. The discussion is totally going in a different way. The poor person has lost his wife and the child. And who is going to be held responsible? Please take it up that the government officers, as well as those who are in the machinery, whether it is the peon or whether it is the clerk or whether junior engineer or senior engineer, everybody has to be held responsible. It is their bound and duty, and they have paid salary, is it not? And we all know what is the other thing that is happening, and they go scot-free. What if any of their kith and kin gets killed or gets mutilated? Will they be happy about this? And they are so
absolutely. I think that is very, very important that accountability is fixed. And as one of the viewers earlier said, and one of the panelists also said, that these incidents happen, media outrages and goes away. That's not going to happen in this case. We are going to ensure that we follow up the story on a regular basis until accountability is fixed and whoever is responsible faces action, because enough is enough. I think people are fed up with this kind of civic apathy, and this kind of chalta hai attitude is certainly not going to be acceptable. I'd like to thank all our panelists as well as our viewers for joining us and very candidly sharing their views. Slipping into a quick break for now.